is what is Nirvikalpa Samadhi. The example of a Nirvikalpa Samadhi is a movie is going on. Lot of characters are coming on the screen, dancing. The child sitting near his father, he does not know there's something called screen. Okay. So the child asks father, where is screen? Father shows the movie and says the screen is behind. The child doesn't understand that. So then what happens? Suddenly the light goes off in the movie theater. There's darkness. Now there's no movie, there's no screen. The screen also can't be seen. Again the movie comes up. So there is a interval now. In the interval time, the movie is off, but dim light is there in the stage. You can see the screen. The father shows the son, look, there is a screen there. Movie comes on that. So these are the scenarios, 3 scenarios. First scenario, movie is going on, but I don't know the screen is not there. Screen is there. That scenario is called samsara. The screen is Brahman. I don't even know Brahman is there. The child doesn't even know screen is there. Child is only able to see the movie. So similarly, a stage where there is no, I can only see the world, but I don't know about Brahman. It's called samsari, jiva. So then, second stage, what happens? The lights go off. There's no movie. There's no screen. Total darkness. This stage is called deep sleep. In deep sleep, there's no movie, there's no screen, there's no world, there's no body. Everything is dormant. I can't even see the screen also. So this stage is called Jada Samadhi. Jada Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Then the third state, where the light is on, interval, then movie is not there, screen only is there. The child knows there is a screen. So this is actually called Chetana Nirvikalpa Samadhi. That means you are aware of the screen. So what happens in these different two, Jada Samadhi and Chetana Samadhi? What is the difference? In Jada Samadhi, the subject called me and the object called world, both are dormant. I'm not there. The world is not there. There's a complete darkness. So there's no jnana possible, the wisdom possible. So that state is called what we call as Jada Samadhi. No jnana is possible. And it's also called Nirvikalpa. What is the meaning of Nirvikalpa? Vikalpa means imagination. When in the total darkness, there's no imagination also is there. The one who imagines also is not there. Myself, the subject. So it's called Jada Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Whereas in the waking state, when the mind becomes very silent, thoughts are minimal, absent. The subject called me is also a thought. That thought also has subsided. But there is an awareness of I am. I exist. I exist. That awareness is there. So do not confuse that I exist with a thought. I exist is what we call as Ishvara. the universal consciousness as existence. So the mind comes after I am. Mind is a thought which is there in I am. I am is not a thought. That state, you are aware that I am Brahman. The screen is Brahma, screen called Brahman is clearly visible. The light is dim. That awareness is there, but the world is not there in the form of thoughts. The mind is not there in the form of thoughts, but I am is there. The sense of I am. So now here, that's a clear jnana. I am blissful. I am Ananda Surupa. That understanding happens here. Jnana is there. This is called Chetana Samadhi. So once you get Chetana Samadhi, a very clear understanding, I am Brahman, then it does not matter whether light is on or light is off, movie is going on or movie is not going on. You know the screen is always there. You don't need to switch off the light to find out. So now what happens? Once you have Chetana Samadhi, your Jada Samadhi or deep sleep also is Brahman. I am Brahman. In the waking state also I am Brahman. So it is called Kevala Sahaja Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Sahaja means it's become natural now. You don't need any special condition to recognize Brahman. So we are speaking of Jada Samadhi, Jada Nirvikalpa Samadhi, which is sleep. Chetan Nirvikalpa Samadhi, which is actually meditative state. Okay. Now, Chetana Nirvikalpa Samadhi is two types. One is called Kevala Chetana Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Kevala. Other is called Sahaja Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So, Kevala Nirvikalpa Samadhi is mind has become silent, very silent. But Jnana is not full. Jnana is not clear. It's a temporary state of Nirvikalpa, thoughtless state. So that happens to many people who are meditating. I meditated, I had a very blissful state. So I am very blissful. But Atma, I am Brahman, Jnana has not come. So that is called Kevala Nirvikalpa. Kevala means temporary. Nirvikalpa. But with a clear Atma Jnana, Atma Vichara, I am Brahman is realized. Then it's called Sahaja Nirvikalpa. Then it's natural. It does not come and go. So Jada Samadhi and Chetana Samadhi. Chetana Samadhi is two types. Sahaja Nirvikalpa and Kevala Nirvikalpa. Kevala Nirvikalpa is temporary. So now you have to understand the word called Nirvikalpa. Kalpa means imagination. Nirvikalpa means there's no imagination of any kind. Now what imagination we are speaking of? The world is there, the body is there, I am there. So there is a feeling of the world, a variety, and the body is there. It's like movie is there, is the imagination. Because other than Brahman, there's nothing is there. So when you have imagination, it's called Vikalpa. When the imagination goes, it's called Nirvikalpa. Imagination is not there, it's called Nirvikalpa. So when does it happen? In deep sleep, there's no imagination. It's called Nirvikalpa. But there's no Jnana also. That's why it's called Jada Nirvikalpa. Whereas in the waking state, there is imagination is there. The world is there. Brahman is not realized. So then it's called Vikalpa state, imagination state or illusion state. Then momentarily, somebody meditates. I meditate. I'm very blissful. I'm so happy with meditation. Okay. That is called Kevala Nirvikalpa. Jnana is not happened very clearly. Kevala means temporary. But if the proper Atma Anatma Viveka happens, Nitya Anitya Viveka happens, then you realize I am Brahman. So you are understood the screen is there very clearly. I am the screen. So that is called Sahaja Nirvikalpa. Now, after Sahaja Nirvikalpa, you don't need to switch on or switch off. Anytime you are already, I know Brahman. I am Brahman. So in Kevala Nirvikalpa is not a permanent state. It is a temporary. Every time I have to go to meditation to feel the bliss. But Sahaja Nirvikalpa is always blissful. Is the understanding clear? Can you read out, because I am not able to see how messages. How to see messages? There are two types of it. One is Keval Nirvikalpa, means somebody who is practicing yogi. He meditates and comes back. For him, deep sleep is jada only. For a Gnani, deep sleep and waking state, there's no difference. Both are Brahman. Both states, the screen is there.
So deep sleep is Sahaja Samadhi.
Means for Sahaja Samadhi means waking state, dream state, deep sleep, doesn't matter. All states, the screen is always there.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. So
you understood the distinction between Keval Nirvikalpa, Sahaja Nirvikalpa, Jada and Chetana, right?
Yeah, Kevala is temporary. Jada is what we go through every day in deep sleep. And I think Chetana, Sahaja Nirvikalpa, Sahaja Chetana Nirvikalpa Samadhi and Sahaja Samadhi are more or less the same.
No. Sahaja Samadhi is Sahaja Chetana Nirvikalpa Samadhi.
Yeah.
Without Chetana, there is no Sahaja Samadhi.
Okay.
Once you get Sahaja Samadhi, it does not matter whether it's called waking state, dream state, or deep sleep state. Always, I am Brahman.
Yeah.
Right? For him, deep sleep is also Samadhi only, Chetana Samadhi only.
Yeah.
Correct? That's from a Gnani point of view. Whereas a person who goes into Keval Nirvikalpa is a meditator. He will go into deep silent state, but still he has not realized I am Brahman. So he is called a yogi or a dhyani, a practitioner. He has not realized Sahaja Samadhi.
Yeah.
Are we clear? So let us understand this word called Samadhi, Nirvikalpa. Vikalpa means imagination. So for me today, just now, I'm saying at this stage, a person is waking state, there is a Sankalpa and Vikalpa are there. Sankalpa and Vikalpa means, Sankalpa means intention. I want to do this. Vikalpa means imagination. For a person, Sankalpa and Vikalpa both are there because Sankalpa will come from desire. Okay, I want to feel happy. That's why I want to do this. It's called Sankalpa. Vikalpa means imagination. The world is real. I am body and mind. So, for a Gnani, the Vikalpa disappears completely altogether. Vikalpa means, I'm saying disappears means it is not there. Even if the thoughts are there, world is there, he is not affected by Vikalpa. Are we clear?
Yeah.
So, I will put it this way. A person who is in samsari is affected by Maya in two ways. One is called avarana and other is called vikshepa. Okay. So avarana means he has forgotten I am Brahman, or Brahman is covered. I don't know Brahman is there or not. Vikshepa means there is a projection. In Sahaja Nirvikalpa Samadhi, the avarana is broken completely. Then vikshepa comes or not, doesn't matter. He will not be affected by vikshepa. It's like seeing this, once I see the screen, movie screen clearly, whether movie is there or not there, light is there or not there, I know the screen is there. So movie is there, it's called vikshepa. But Gnani, there's no vikshepa, doesn't affect at all, even if it's there. Because he has avarana is broken. He knows there is a screen. Is the analogy clear?
Yeah. Yes.
Avarana is gone. Vikshepa is there or not there, it does not matter. When you have seen the movie screen, whether the movie is there or not there, it doesn't matter. But for a yogi, not having movie is important because he will get happiness out of it, bliss out of that. He wants to make the mind silent, experience the bliss. But he has not still realized my nature is bliss. Nirvikalpa Jnana has not come. Please understand. Nirvikalpa and absorbed in the self. In Nirvikalpa Jnana, very clear understanding or Jnana has happened. I am Brahman. So Nirvikalpa Jnana alone can lead to Sahaja Samadhi. Sahaja Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Nirvikalpa Jnana breaks the avarana, the covering. And Nirvikalpa Jnana comes from Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa. So let us understand the difference between the Jada Samadhi and Chetana Samadhi. A yogi was sitting near the seashore and he tells his Shisha, please get me one glass of water. So Shisha goes to get a glass of water and yogi goes into Samadhi. There is a rain and yogi gets submerged in water, submerged in the rains. After 1 week, people pull him out. He is in deep Samadhi. He has no consciousness of the body. So now what has happened? He has gone to Samadhi. It's called Jada Samadhi. That means unconscious Samadhi. So he wakes up, asks, where is my glass of water? So that means no wisdom has come in the Samadhi. No Jnana is there. So Jada Samadhi, if you want to say another way, it's called unconscious Samadhi. So that everybody goes through. When you go to deep sleep, you go through. And somebody is in coma, in the ICU in the hospital, he is in Jada Samadhi. What has happened here? The instruments of the mind are disabled or dormant. So there's no Jnana possible. Okay. Let us take the other case, Chetana Samadhi. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa meets Totapuri. Totapuri touches his forehead and says, teaches him, Tattvamasi, you are Brahman. So Ramakrishna Paramahamsa enters into Chetana Nirvikalpa Samadhi. In Chetana Nirvikalpa Samadhi, you are understood clearly, I am Brahman, because I am is there. I am not a feeling. I am as existence, awareness is there. Do not confuse I am with a thought. And he has understood I am Brahman. Then after 3 days or so, he comes out of Samadhi. Now he is completely enlightened because he has seen the screen very clearly. So it's called Chetana Samadhi. In the first case, a monk goes into deep sleep and loses consciousness, called unconscious Samadhi. In the second case of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, it's called Chetana Samadhi or conscious Samadhi. So conscious Samadhi, a complete difference is there. The person who enters into conscious Samadhi will become a wise man, a Jnani. Person who enters into unconscious Samadhi, he becomes unwise, or whatever is there, he'll remain, continue. It continue to be there. Now, what happened to a wise man who has gone through Chetana Samadhi and he goes to sleep? In sleep, nothing, no changes happen. He sleeps as a Brahman. In sleep also is Brahman, and waking up also is Brahman. His Samadhi or his state of Jnana is not affected by sleep. So for him, sleep is also Chetana Samadhi. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, whether is sleeping or awake, he is Brahman only. So that's called Chetana Samadhi. So in another way of saying, deep sleep for an ignorant person is unconscious Samadhi, Jada Samadhi. Samadhi for a practitioner, a sadhaka or yogi, is conscious sleep. Is conscious sleep called Jagrati Sushupti. I am fully awake, but I am sleep-like. That's called conscious sleep or Jagrati Sushupti for a seeker. If the seeker has not done clear Nitya Anitya Viveka, Atma Anatma Viveka, he can enter into Samadhi at many times a day or many long hours. And he will enjoy the bliss also. He's called Kevala Nirvikalpa. Jnana has not happened. Kevala Nirvikalpa doesn't make him enlightened. With a clear Nityaniti Viveka, if he enters into Samadhi, there's no longer Kevala Nirvikalpa, it is Sahaja Nirvikalpa. He enters into Samadhi, he becomes Jnani. After that, he is established Jnana. So, for a Adnani, ignorant person, sleep is darkness. For a ignorant, for a sadhaka, sleep is unconscious samadhi or jada samadhi. And practice of samadhi is called samadhi, where he practices. It's called jagrata sushupti, waking sleep. For a jnani, whether it's deep sleep or waking state, it does not make a difference at all. It's called sahaja samadhi. And he's called enlightened. Unless somebody is fully, unless somebody who is realized is Brahman in all the states, it's not called sahaja samadhi. It's not called enlightened, fully enlightened. What is samadhi? D means buddhi, intellect. Samadhi means a balanced state, completely balanced state. So what happens is in the waking state, the world appears and body mind appears. The intellect gets imbalanced by the ego. Intellect is not balanced now. Intellect gets imbalanced. I'm the body, I'm the mind, I'm the world, happens. The balance in the intellect is called samsara. Imbalance in the intellect is called samsara. In samadhi, what happens? There's a perfect balance, equanimity. Whatever is happening in the world, what is happening in the body and mind, I am the sakshi, I am Brahman. That understanding. That's why it's called samadhi. Intellect has become purified and become free from the imbalances created by the ego. So there may be a confusion here. Nirvikalpa Samadhi means no imagination. Once I see the screen, whether movie is present or not, does not matter. Similarly, for a Jnani, once Atma Jnana has happened, then the world is there or not there, it's irrelevant because he knows Brahman alone is the reality. So the people, for a yogi, a practitioner, making the mind silent and repeatedly switching off the mind is very important because for him the world is still real. For a Jnani, when avarana is broken, the world is unreal. Presence and absence of the world doesn't matter to him. Because his buddhi, intellect, is balanced now. It doesn't get attracted or repulsed by anything. It knows he is living as a sakshi, the witness, who is Brahman. So now what happened to Ramakrishna Paramahamsa? After he goes to Samadhi, he comes out and he goes to his temple and comes back. Then Totapuri calls him, please come back, come back, come back. Let us meditate again. So Ramakrishna says, why you have to meditate? Because I'm already Brahman. Totapuri says, we have to meditate, otherwise mind will come back. Totapuri gives an example. The monks carry a vessel. See, this vessel, if I don't clean every day, it will become dirty. So that's why we have to clean every day. We have to do meditation. So Ramakrishna Paramahamsa says, why you have to clean every day? If it's a golden vessel, you don't have to clean every day. Once you clean it, over. So Ramakrishna Paramahamsa says a golden vessel. Once it enters into real Chaitanya Nirvikalpa Samadhi, matter is over. Sahaja Nirvikalpa. Whereas Totapuri is going into Kevala Nirvikalpa and coming back. Is the distinction clear?
Yes, Guruji.
Okay, let me tell you one more difference, one more understanding for the sake of clarity. Okay. So Brahman, Parabrahman, is neither aware of something nor aware of himself. Self-awareness is not there, and there's no awareness of other also. Correct? So that is like a sleep-like state. In sleep, I am not aware of anything, and I am not aware of myself also. So in a sense, Parabrahman is always in sleep. That's why Sriman Narayana is shown as sleeping. It's called Yoga Nidra. Okay. Now what happens is, in the sleep, there's a dream called Maya. In the dream called Maya, the Parabrahman feels I am. First, he becomes aware of his existence. Aware of existence is not a thought. I become aware of existence. I am aware. I exist. So that comes. That's called Ishvara or Vishnu. So then subsequently, a lot of thoughts come. That's called body and the world. So now, in the deep sleep, we have never a problem. Because deep sleep is like Parabrahman only. There's no other. The problem comes in the waking state when there is other. A dream has happened. The movie has started. So the solution has to happen then when the movie has started. So you go and make the mind silent. Stay in the I amness. If you go to pure awareness, there's no other. There's no jnana. In the pure I amness, you become aware of the reality. Oh, there's no world, there's no body and mind. I alone exist. That understanding happens. Then what happens? The intellect is freed from the shackles of the ego. That's called Samadhi. Are we clear?
So this I amness is like when the awareness becomes aware of itself as existence.
When Brahman becomes aware, Brahman is actually Parabrahma, is neither aware of himself nor aware of the world because he is non-dual. Okay, Parabrahma becomes aware of himself. Oh, I exist, I'm aware. So that is actually called Ishvara.
So when the seeker through Neti process, he drops all the identities and I am not this, I am not this. Finally, there is a point where he's not able to drop like the I am feeling. That's what we call it, right?
Existence.
What is the difference?
Existence, right? He's not able to go further, no? He's aware,
yeah,
I have completed everything. Nothing more. Now I am awareness. Now this awareness is not because of the body. Body is also appearing in awareness and the world is also appearing in awareness.
No,
so
no, but
I am
it's
the
still
awareness.
confined.
I am the Atma Jyoti.
But it is still confined to the body, right?
No. I am body is confined to the body. But I am awareness is not confined to the body. In the I am awareness, the entire world and body appears. So that's why I am is not a thought. I am is not a mind. The mind, which is actually the body and the mind and the world, appear in I am, pure awareness. It's called Ishvara.
So there is no location of this I amness.
There's no location. So right now, let me ask you, are you aware?
Yeah.
So where is the awareness?
It points to the body.
Yeah. Awareness is pointing to body in illusion. Reality, awareness is not confined to the body. Awareness is all pervading.
Yeah.
Right? So that all pervading awareness is not at all confined to the body. Say, for example, if I ask you a question, are you aware? You say, I am aware. Do you exist? Yes, I exist. Right? So both you say affirmative. Now the problem here,
No.
is
Can I say that I'm able to say I'm aware because of something else is there to be
that's
aware
what I'm
of?
saying. That is the illusion. The awareness, I am aware because of the body, is the complete illusion. With proper Nitya Anitya Viveka, Atma Anatma Viveka, you have to eliminate the illusion. Then what remains is pure awareness.
So I am aware of the mithya. Even then there
Correct.
is something else.
No, if you are aware of the Mithya, what is the problem? If you are aware of the shadow, is there a problem? If you think you are a shadow, there is a problem.
So here I'm not aware of myself as existence. I'm aware with reference
Okay.
to the mithya.
No. See, if I ask you the question, are you aware? What's your answer?
Yes, I'm.
Do you exist? What's your answer?
Yes.
So, I am aware, I am exist. For that, you don't need any proof or any data. It is intuitive.
Yes.
Okay. So the I am is intuitive to all of us because it is there all the time. Now the problem comes because I am is confused to the body by the mind. I am is feeling limited. I am body, or the limitedness is superimposed to the I amness, which is all pervading. The what we call as I am is the Atma Jyoti, the light. So that appears to be limited because of the superimposition mind. Now mind you have properly discriminated and you have come to conclusion. All these are mithya. Mithya means mithya doesn't matter, right? Mithya presence and absence doesn't matter. So if you want to remove the mithya also, you can make a deep silent and make the mind deep silent, remove the mithya also. That's what Kevala Nirvikalpa Samadhi or Samadhi states. It's also possible. You don't, some people is happy, just remove understanding mithya and leaving it. Somebody wants to make it very deep silent and remove the mithya also is okay. So then what remains is awareness remains, which is I am remains, which means intuitively I exist and I am aware remains. But now there is no boundary to that because all boundaries are removed. So if it's boundaryless, it's called Ananta and it's called Ananda, bliss. This is where Atma Dnana or Brahma Dnana happens. So intuitively you know I am and you apperceive it, because apperceive it means you can't perceive I am, you know I am, and that I am has no boundaries of body and mind and the world. So that's why I am Ananta. That's where you know I am Sat Chit Ananda. I is called consciousness, am is called existence, and unlimited nature is called Ananda. So all that you're doing is I am, you don't have to learn. I am already you know. The limitation on I am is removed, stripped off through Atma Vichara or yogic method, yoga method, whatever is that. Finally, pure I am remains. Intuitively you know I exist, I am aware. And then intuitively you know that it is not limited by body and mind. That's why I am Ananta, infinite. That's where you realize I am Sachidananda Swarupa, I am Brahman.
Yeah. Yes, Guru.
Any other questions? Anybody on Zoom has a question?
Prabhuji, significance of Savikalpa Samadhi. Is it because